Hello everyone! Today we are jumping right into the reshaping of these nails. So you can see I'm cutting off the stones with the plier. Yeah, do not use your sharp tools for this, but find something to remove them with. So this is getting really blunt, so I need a new one or sharpen this one. But I am soon finished here, peeling off a little bit of gel also. So I am sanitizing my hands before I start with my E-File. I am going to remove the top layer, remove the gel polish and any excess product that might have been lifting or need to come off. There are some discoloration from the caviar beads, the gold caviar beads. Not a nice color, so remove that also. I have my drill about 24,000 rotations when I use this 5-way bit, blue bit. And you can see that I shorten the nails. And when I shorten the nails, they of course get quite thicker than the tip is. So once all the tips are filed down, I will change my bit into a green abrasive bit, this cone bit here. I have no idea what that exactly this shape is called, but this is my go-to bit. I love that bit for removing anything. It goes so, I get so close into all spaces with this. So I am making that to, yes, you can see underneath the nails, to make the nails or the C-curve deeper and remove old products so that the nails are quite thin, like a support layer when I'm doing that overlay and reshaping. And then I also remove my natural nails if they are grown out. They usually do, of course. The remove out any crusty bits that do not look good. So yeah, cleaning up anything underneath there. I was so fed up with that green color by now. I used, if you didn't see it, you can see my video where I actually did this green design underneath here. I really loved it at the time, but when I removed it, I was so fed up. So yeah, I'm removing this gel polish here. It is really hard because there are 2 layers of gel polish that sprinkled acrylic on top when the gel polish was wet, so it is kind of tough. But this green bit here, just digging through it, I love that. So once you're holding an E-File, you need to hold the handpiece in itself quite firmly. Not that you get the cramp in your hands, but just hold it firmly. Then you can speed up the E-File quite a lot, and if you have the right bit, if the bit is sharp enough, you actually can just maneuver that handpiece with the E-File handpiece. Just guide it all over the surface and remove everything, not in bumps and lumps, but long strokes, and just let the handpiece do your work. Long strokes like I do here. So when you get that control over that E-File, and that is everything. I just keep saying it over and over, but learning to use an E-File correctly, no matter what you are using it for, that is just crucial when it comes to doing this easily. I love it. And I love how close I can get to my natural nail without hurting my natural nail or even touching my natural nail. Because you know you have that control over it all the time. So you can see those horrible green nails. Here you can see how close I get to my natural nails, but if you look at the tip on the drill bit, you can actually see that where the you can actually see where I am removing product and where my natural nail are not touched. If that made any sense. Well, so now I go over and push back my cuticle and clean up a little bit with this wooden stick, yeah. I forgot the name. Orange wood stick, yeah. Why is it called that? I have no idea why it's called that. Anyway, I'm pushing back the cuticles. And then I'm using a flame bit, a thin flame bit. And I have my E-File on forward motion. And I only use the forward motion when I work on myself. I use also the clamp underneath and the plastic clamp to tighten up my skin so that I can easily remove dead cuticle. So once I go over one side, I go over the opposite side again, and then when I go over the opposite side, I also remove the cuticle that I have lifted up from the nail plate. As you can see, I do here. So that is what you can do when you work on yourself. You can actually do this with just keeping the E-File in one rotation, but you have to twist your own hand to do it, to get it to work properly. So here I go over one time to remove cuticle and pushing back the cuticle or epinecium. And once I go over back again, I push it even further back and also lifting it up. So I'm actually almost removing it also, because when I go over one more time, you will see that this skin is actually almost loose. You see, I peeled it off. So that is so satisfying to get rid of all that dead skin in just one go. And then I'll get rid of some hangnails and some skin that is loose here and there around my nails or my side walls, here and there. And I do the same, of course, with every single nail. I like this thin flame bit because I get close into my side nail grooves and so on. That has just become my favorite bit for the moment, until I probably end up finding another one that I like. So, did I say it? But I'm not sure if I said it, but when I'm using these bits for the cuticle, I have my E-File on about 18,000 rotations per minute. And there it goes. Yeah, and here I also went over with a ball bit to remove some of excess product here and there, skin. I usually do not like this ball bit, but for some reason I felt like this was the day to use it. It depends on where the skin is that need to be removed and so on. Sometimes I feel like this ball bit digs in too much, and you have to lower the speed a little bit when you use a ball bit, because since it's wear around, you only touch one tiny spot at a time, so it can dig into the skin quite easily if you are not light-handed. So I'm going to use Brillbird's cover gels and nail prep and their Dehydrator. or Dehydrator first and then primer, acid-free primer. I do not use their gel bonder here because this is enough for me and my nails. Just to use the regular acid-free primer. And I'm going in and lay down a wet layer first, and then I put down the bigger beads and go back and forward like you do when you're, like a printer, back and forward, until I run out of product. And then I just scoop it down the sides here and there because I know that I need to get another bead, so I just cover the corners before I end up picking up another bead and pick up that gel that went away, took a little glide down the side, and continued shifting from side to side and keep in contact with the gel all the time. The brush needs to be in contact with the gel all the time. And this is the second layer after curing for 2 minutes in an LED. This Brillbird gel needs to cure for 2 minutes. It's a hard gel and it takes a little bit longer to cure, but it also has the benefit that it is so much easier to pinch. So that is the benefit by having the not so benefit by curing for a longer time, but I like that you can pinch it when I need to. Of course not when I'm doing this infill, but all the time when I sculpt a whole nail I like to pinch them. So after the second layer I cure it and move over to the next nail. Well, maybe clean up a little bit. I do not need all of this gel down in my side walls. You see me swirl a little bit when I'm up close to the cuticle. That is because I'm using the brush to circle it up closer to the cuticle area without, it's like I'm pushing the gel towards the cuticle, and then I can brush it down again. And then I go in with a bigger bead and shifting it in circular motion, pushing it up again, and then go from one side to another. Try at least. Well, the most important thing is to stay in contact. The brush is in contact with the gel so that you do not get bubbles. If you get a bubble, you need to pop or try to pop it off. Just poke in it a little bit and it will go away. And of course clean up anything if you get something on your skin, like I did here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And cure it. Oh, my nails are a little bit tricky. It's like they're kind of flat on top and then they are really steep side walls. So the gel, I have a little bit too much gel on top, and I start to maneuver it down into the side walls, it can easily glide very heavy into the side walls and get messy really quick. So I try to work quick, but it is not that easy when I'm filming because I like to be picky, and when I do not have that full control when I'm onto the camera, it often gets a little bit messy. still need to work on not putting on too much product. On my pinky, I know that I put on quite a lot of product because this pinky was set a little bit too low, so I had to file more underneath than I did on the other tips. So I elevated that tips. I did the same with the index finger, and then here with the pinky I kind of put on a little bit extra gel on that to lift it up a little bit more, and then I'm not going to show you, but I probably will go underneath afterwards and remove a little bit more of that green seeker underneath, just to get that seeker a little bit higher so that it matches with the other nails. I'm all about the angles. I get so frustrated if there is something that is not right. So that is how the nails turned out. I am so sorry because I actually have had this almost 2 weeks now, and it's actually ready for an infill, so I'm really sorry about that. But so that is what we have to work with today, and let's get some color on them. The colors that I'm going to use are from Madame Glam's October collection. This collection is called Rock, Paper, Scissors. I will show you the sticks here. There are 3 of these colors. These 3 here. They have a tiny shimmer to it. It is almost not possible to see that shimmer. It is so subtle and extremely beautiful. I think I'm going to show you just the texture of this. Then we are going to go straight over to the decoration of my nails. The darkest one is Play Dead. The Inventor. Fantasy Glitter. I cannot believe how gorgeous these are. I am going to show you them just now. That green one is called Mysterious. This one is called Scream. Witch's Night. Spooky Pants. No Angel. And that is called Cold Lips. It's called Foggy Night. And then I go in with the Madame Glam's rubber base that is called Malaysia. I needed to use that because if you got the note that I actually had gone with almost 2 weeks infill, so I used that rubber base as a little bit of an infill. Yeah, and then I go in with this beautiful oxblood color and made halfway French or something like that. And then I just go in and perfect that diagonal line, and I do that in 2 coats. And the other side I start with the liner brush because I want it to be the same as the other one. So then I go in and fill it afterwards. And I cure it and do it the same way over again. And if you mess up, you just take your little clean brush and wipe off any excess. And then I use different colors that I lay in, yeah, and light and dark and light and dark, so you get that, well, play between the dark and light. And then you just pick up and scoop up some gel polish and lay it in the pattern that you like it to lay down in. And that is a super easy way to make a marble. You have probably seen this before. It is just really easy. And just wipe off the tips and the side walls before, so it does not fill up the whole nail and get bulky. And you can also use that liner brush you saw I used to just marble a little bit more. And cure when you are finished, and do the same to the other side. Just glide off some gel polish here and there, and it gets really easy to make a design. And then I go in and actually do what is this called? Fade ombre. Sorry. But I did a blooper. I did not put on the rubber base as in the little infill around my cuticles here, so it looks like my cuticle are flooded with gel. They are not, they just looks like it because you have that little gap that my nail has grown out. But I usually use a thin liner to fade out the ombre with, but now I'm trying out another technique that I haven't tried before, and that is just to use a thicker brush, a gel brush, and I dip one side in a dark color and one side in a lighter color, and you use it like you're doing a one stroke technique. You can see me blend it here, and then you just put the dark side in in the dark color and the light side on the light color, and it was super easy actually to make an ombre. And then I go in and use the gold gel paint from Madame Glam, just to get a little, yeah, a border that pops off a little bit. And cure it after you are. And I have put some stickers on here, some autumn leaves, and I put some gem gel and put some stones and gems and alloys on here, and make just a little cluster. This gel was a little bit runny and not my favorite one, so I think I'm going to stick to my regular one. It got a little bit runny down in the cuticle. But I am just, yeah, doing the same on the other one, and just keep on adding a little bit to the other two fingers as well. You will see that. I'm not going to talk all the way through, I think. I might do it. If you know me. And cure, of course, once that is finished, placed. Yeah, of course, 2 beads and 2 alloys. That's what I placed on the other one, so of course, why not talk through it? And cure these also once that is finished. And then it's time for the top coat. Put on any top coat that you like, I use my trusted Glam top coat because I'm using the Glam Gelpolishes, so why not? And I love them. And wipe off any mess if it gets on your skin. You would not want it there. I put on a little bit thick layer since there are some things that I do not want to look bulky. So once that is finished, my nails are finished. My thumb looked horrible, so please, I try to keep it out of the way because I put a huge alloy on it and it did not look good at all. But here are the finished product. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and please subscribe, hit that notification bell to get updates whenever I get a new video out. Follow my other social media, and of course hit that like button, and I hope to see you soon, everybody. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.